The Galactic Academy's cultural exchange program had seemed like such a promising idea. Professor Zixthar had championed it enthusiastically, believing that understanding between species would flourish through shared educational experiences. Today, as she watched the human students file into her xenobiology classroom with their pets, she questioned every decision that had led to this moment. "Everyone, please welcome our human exchange students," Zixthar announced, her bioluminescent skin flickering nervously. "They've brought companions from their homeworld to share with us." The first human, a cheerful young woman named Sarah, stepped forward with a carrier. "This is Mr. Whiskers," she said, opening the door. Out stalked a creature covered in fur, with retractable claws and eyes that reflected light like a predator's. The Vexillian students immediately activated their personal shields. "That is an apex predator," squeaked Jortep, his antennae rigid with fear. "He's a cat," Sarah explained, stroking the creature as it emitted a mechanical rumbling sound. "He purrs when he's happy." "Your species domesticated a miniature ambush predator," Zixthar stated, her voice hollow. "And you keep it in your sleeping quarters." "Well, yeah," Sarah shrugged. "They're cute." The second human, Marcus, was already unleashing his contribution, a massive quadruped with powerful jaws and enthusiasm that seemed inversely proportional to its spatial awareness. The creature bounded toward the nearest cluster of students, who scattered in panic. "Apex predator," someone screamed. "That's just Rex. He's a golden retriever." Marcus called out, laughing as the beast pinned him down and began licking his face with a tongue that could probably strip flesh from bone. "He thinks everyone's his friend. Your death world has predators that evolved to trust unconditionally." Zixthar's educational implants struggled to process this. "How is that survival adaptive?" "We bred them that way," Marcus said proudly. "From wolves. Took about 15,000 years." The classroom descended into chaos. A third human, Jennifer, had brought something called a parrot, a creature with a beak designed for cracking nuts that could easily remove fingers. It was currently perched on her shoulder, mimicking her professor's distressed whistles with disturbing accuracy. "Hello, pretty bird," Jennifer cooed at it. "It can learn our languages?" Zixthar's skin flashed emergency red. But the true horror came when the fourth human, David, approached carrying a glass container. Inside coiled something that made every primitive instinct in the room scream danger, a creature of pure muscle and scales, with no limbs, that could only move by slithering. "This is Noodle, my ball python," David said. "She's a constrictor. Totally harmless." "Harmless?" Zixthar had abandoned all pretense of professorial composure. "That is a creature designed to suffocate prey by crushing them." "She's only 4 feet long," David protested. "And super sweet. Want to hold her?" The Klaxian student in the front row fainted. "Let me understand this correctly," Zixthar said, shakily accessing her data pad. "Earth, your planet, has a classification of 12 on the danger scale. Your gravity is crushing. Your atmosphere is corrosive. Your flora produces toxins as defense mechanisms. Your fauna includes creatures that can kill with venom, claws, and teeth. And you've domesticated them?" "Not all of them," Sarah said reasonably. "We're still working on bears." "Working on bears?" "Though honestly, some people keep those too," Marcus added. "There's this guy in Russia." "Stop." Zixthar held up all 4 of her manipulator arms. "I need to understand. Why? Why would you coexist with these creatures?" The humans exchanged glances, seemingly confused by the question. "Because we love them," Jennifer said simply, as the parrot nuzzled against her cheek. "They're family." And there it was, the most terrifying thing Zixthar had learned about Deathworlders. They didn't conquer their nightmare planet through technology or aggression alone. They survived by befriending the monsters, by turning Earth's horrors into companions, by looking at apex predators and venomous creatures and thinking, I could love that. The humans from the Death World called Earth were the most frightening species in the galaxy, not because of their weapons or their resilience, but because nothing in the universe was too dangerous for them to try to pet. Class dismissed, Zixthar whispered. I need to file a very long report.